Hi, I'm Movie Man. I'm an octopus who reviews movies, and today's review is going to be on. It was just my imagination. Now, I know it has been 2 weeks since this movie came out, and I'm only just getting to talking about it now. Well, no, it's not because we didn't get the film that weekend. We did, and I went to see it. The reason I'm only getting to it now is because I have been very busy um with other reviews. Like, first I had my Dune Part 2 review, and then after that I was working heavily on the Movie Man Awards, and then afterwards I went to see Drive Away Dolls, and well, then I worked on my review for that film. So yeah, I have only now just gotten to talking about Imaginary. Um. So this is a film. I was interested to check it out. It's a new horror movie from Blumhouse. Yeah. And the trailer for this one did look quite interesting. I was a bit hesitant though, because obviously this isn't the first horror movie we've had this year, and well, it's not even the first Blumhouse horror movie we've gotten this year. The very first movie I saw in the cinema this year was Night Swim, and well, you guys will remember my review of Night Swim. Well, to be fair, most people didn't like Night Swim. I was no exception. I did not like the film very much either. And well, yeah, so far this year has not really been that great when it comes to horror, because we had Night Swim, which wasn't very good. We had Baghead, which wasn't very good either. Well, we've also had Lisa Frankenstein. I know that one's technically a comedy horror. I have seen that one, by the way, and that's another film which I'm gonna get to at some point, but not yet. As well, I'll have some more reviews to work on after this one. So my review of Lisa Frankenstein is gonna be a late one, but yeah. Anyways, Imaginary. I was hoping that this could be a good film. Now, in the reviews I had seen that they were very negative, but I still went in optimistic, hoping maybe this could be an enjoyable film. So, anyways, I've seen it, and my thoughts on Imaginary. Yeah, this movie is not very good in my opinion. Yeah, this film pretty much falls into the same category as Baghead and Night Swim, which just not very good. So to get into my thoughts on the movie, to start things off, the cinematography is actually pretty solid, I'll admit. I do think that, the film is competently shot. I'll admit there's some decent shots in this film. I think I do like the color palette of the movie, kind of bit bluish. I think it's pretty solid. And I think especially during the climax, there's some scenes which I think, there's some pretty good shots in there. So yeah, I'll give the film that the cinematography is quite solid. The editing in the movie is not too bad either. Well, I mean, I wouldn't really call it, great editing. It's definitely nothing amazing, but for what it is, I think it's pretty much fine. And not much to say about the editing other than that, it's okay. Now, the pacing in this film is not great. Not really a very long film. I mean, it's an hour and 44 minutes, so it doesn't really. It's not really like very long of a film, but I don't know. I kind of feel like the movie for its runtime, it kind of does feel like a bit long. Like it kind of does seem to drag on for a bit, I feel, and yeah, I don't really like it because of that. Yeah, I mean, like, the story itself is evenly paced enough, but yeah, it does kind of seem to drag on for a bit, and yeah, it's just not really great pacing. So yeah, the pacing in this film is just not very good. The sounds and music in the movie, like, I mean, the score in this film, again, not really a whole lot to say about it. Like, it's just kind of a very, bland score. Just nothing really to worth mentioning. So yeah, so all I can really say is the score in the film is just not great. So then we get to the characters and the performances from the cast. Like, starting things off, our main character, Jessica, I mean, she's not like a terrible protagonist, but she's not really a very memorable or likable one. Like, there's not really anything about her which I that made me really like her. That made me kind of really want to root for her. I just found her to be honestly kind of a bland protagonist. Now, I'll admit, DeWanda Wise does a pretty solid job. Like, to be fair, I think she is definitely trying with what little of a script she is given here, but her character I just couldn't really get behind. I couldn't really root for her character, honestly. Her husband also, like, he's honestly just such a pointless character. Like, he's really only in the film for like the first bit of the movie, and then he kind of just goes away after that. Like, he's not really in the film for the rest of it after that. The movie pretty much just really forgets about his character. Honestly, he has got to be one of the most pointless characters I've ever seen in a horror movie. Yeah, he was not great. Then we have the two daughters. Now the oldest daughter. Oh God, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of starting to forget some of these characters' names already. Um, like, the oldest daughter. She's pretty much just fine at best. I do think her character can be pretty annoying at times. But to be fair, I've honestly seen worse. Like, she's not a horrible character, but there was nothing about her that especially that made her very likable or memorable. Yeah, she was just not a great character. The younger daughter, I'll admit, I think is actually an okay character. Because she's the one who is kind of being influenced by Chauncey. She's kind of the one who is kind of being guided by Chauncey. Her character, I think, was actually okay. And I thought that young actress who plays her, for being a kid, she honestly did a really solid job in the performance, I feel. But to be fair, she definitely could have been given a way better script to work with. But her character, though, I felt was actually pretty okay. There's like a few other smaller supporting characters in the film. I won't really like go on about some of these supporting characters, but yeah, they were definitely not great. There was one supporting character in particular who I found like really annoying, and oh boy, I actually wanted this character to get killed off so bad. I'm actually surprised the movie didn't even kill the character off. The Chauncey, the bear himself, he's fine. He's definitely not up there with any of the iconic horror villains, but Chauncey is pretty much fine, even if the movie he's in is not great. It's pretty much a fine horror villain, but yeah, the characters I felt weren't that great. And the acting in the movie I felt was fine. I thought everyone did kind of well enough for what little of a scripts they were given, but yeah, I feel like they definitely could have been given way better to work with. That was the plot of the movie. It's not a bad concept. It's pretty interesting. A family moves in. A girl finds the old bear which her mother used to play with, and starts playing with the bear, but the bear kind of has some sinister stuff going on with it. Not really a very original plot. You can kind of see some comparisons to other films like Child's Play, but to be fair, it's not a bad concept. It could serve for an interesting horror film. Could do something pretty creepy or even something pretty entertaining with it, but this movie did not really do a very good job of it. Like, I mean, I feel like the movie kind of tries to be a bit entertaining. I mean, I know it is a PG-13 horror movie, so, like, there's not really gonna be that much, like, gore, that much blood in it. But, I mean, they could have made this a fairly entertaining film, but I don't know. I think we kind of just tried way too hard to be funny, and it just kind of really does not work. I feel you just don't really feel entertained. And also, like, this movie was not very scary. The movie tried to be scary at times, but it kind of failed. I mean, there was one or two scenes which were pretty suspenseful. They did a decent job with suspense, but for the most part, I was honestly kind of just laughing. I was laughing at this movie because there were times where the movie tried to be kind of creepy, but it just came off as being unintentionally really funny. Yeah, yeah, so the plot, it's not a bad concept, but I felt they just really did not do a very good job with this. It wasn't very entertaining, and it wasn't very scary either. Yeah, I felt they really blew the concept with this film. Honestly, they should have done a way better job with it than what they did. Um, like, and like as for the narrative structure in the film, we've got the main plot being haunted by the teddy bear. It's kind of the movie kind of does delve into one or two other things. Like it kind of delves into Jessica's past with her father, and like how her father kind of struggles and he's kind of being held in this place. And and kind of the film doing kind of delves a bit into like Chauncey's kind. Well, not really until the third act. But to be honest, I don't think you really care. The movie just doesn't really do anything to really make you care. It's just doesn't do a very good job with it. I feel you just don't really care all that much. Especially when the movie is just it's just really funny. If anything, yeah, you just pretty much don't really care. And yeah, no, I mean, like, I feel like in that third act when the movie kind of delves a bit into, like, kind of what Chauncey is, I'll admit it does kind of start to go a little bit, like, insane, a bit off the walls, um, but it does in a way where I don't find it very entertaining, but I also don't find it like very insufferable either. I'm kind of like, nah. I was wait by the end of the movie. I was just really waiting for it to end, and yeah, again, it really just shows that the pacing in the film was just not great at all. So yeah, the narrative structure was just not very good. So overall, Imaginary was not a very good movie. It's pretty much on par with Baghead and Night Swim. Just yet another pretty bad 2024 horror movie. That's not to say it was a complete failure. It wasn't a horrible film. Like, I mean, I can say it was shot competently and the performances were fine. But like overall, like it had a decent concept, but they just really did not do a very good job with the execution of the concept. it wasn't very entertaining. It wasn't very scary either. And like a lot of the characters, some of the supporting characters in particular, just really weren't very good. The pacing was pretty bad. Overall, this is just not a very good film. Unless like you kind of want to see like, you know, kind of a haunted bear imaginary movie, if you're like really looking for that, then like either that or just kind of watch like the last bit of it when it gets a bit off the walls. Other than that, I'd say this your time is worth better with way better horror movies. So with that, I am going to give Imaginary a 4 out of 10. So with that, I'll see you guys next time, and bye.